We've grown our weep mini bum. We're back with a brand new video here, and the Lakers and the Clippers locked horns last night. The Clippers, um, in a mostly dominating fashion. There was a little bit of slippage there between the end of the third and into the fourth quarter after they had built up like a 26-point lead, but they would go on to win 116 to 102. And after the game, they talked with LeBron, and he was frustrated. And he said that their margin of error was slim. So let me tell you what he said. This comes from Jack Maloney at CBS Sports, and I'm going to take a few quotes from it. First, let me start with America's favorite coach, J.J. Redick, who said, "We don't have a huge margin for error," Redick admitted during his post-game press conference. "It has to be emphasized daily to touch the paint, to play to play paint to great mentality, to make the extra pass. We don't have a guy on our team that's always going to draw to the ball. We don't have a guy on our team that's going to be able to get past his guy one-on-one and get to the paint and spread it out to the perimeter. Like, that's just not our team. So we have to do it through connectivity, through execution, and when we do that, we're really good." So, okay. So wait a minute. Is he not aware that Anthony Davis is on his team? Because I'm pretty sure he can draw to the ball. But hey, this was the guy that y'all said was going to be Pat Riley 2.0. But whatever. So actually, he is saying that in a manner of speaking, the team is not very good. At least not enough to go out there and purely out talent people. And to that end, there's a lot of truth to that. So they go on to they ask LeBron some questions because the rest of it goes through some stats and things of that nature. And if you want to read it, I'll provide the link in the description box. But he says, "That's how our team's constructed." When asked about Redick's remark, "We don't have room for error or much error." Make sure we don't have room for error for much error. "We don't have a choice," James continued. "I mean, that's the way our team is constructed, and we have to play close to perfect basketball." Now, a couple things about that, and I'll go ahead and spoiler alert. The tenor of this article is kind of, I won't say kind of, it is making Rob Pelinka the fall guy for the shortcomings of the Lakers, because they talk about roster construction and things of that nature. So you see what they're doing, subtly and not so subtly. They're passing the buck on to now it's Rob Pelinka's fault. It's always got to be something. But here's the thing. This is once again the excuse factory, because now we have to play close to perfect basketball, for us to win. Our margins for error. And why is that? Because the article talked about offense, and last night they did shoot the basketball fairly well. But the thing about it is they don't play defense. The Lakers are a horrible defensive team. And I think they said on the broadcast last night that their defensive rating had dropped to like 117, I believe they said. And here's the thing: if you're giving up 117 points a night, even in this, in this NBA where the offense gets to play on recruit mode, if you're giving up 117 points a night, you're not going to beat a lot of teams. But you look at why are they bad defensively? When quote unquote the face of your team, allegedly, according to Kenny Smith, the second best player in the league, not refuses to play defense. Well, you're playing 4-on-5 on that end, and he doesn't get back, and it just really puts a lot of undue stress and pressure on the other four guys. You can't be quote unquote connected when only four of your guys are bought into playing defense, because Anthony Davis has been playing at a first team defensive level for most of the season, and it just doesn't matter. You know, you only got one guy. You know, you've got they picked up Finney Smith, who's a solid defender. But you know, if you're if you're quote unquote best player, even though Anthony Davis is their best player, but no, you know, that's a conversation that the sycophants and the media not only are not ready for, they don't even want it to be had. But if one of your top refuses to play defense, because we've seen so many times, you know, be it AOH or some of these other great channels have done compilations of the dude not even getting back on defense. Um, you know, what are you going to do? You can only play 4-on-5 on that end of the court for so long. But of course, it's got to be that we have to play perfect basketball. And you just have to play hard basketball. You have to compete. You have on both ends. It's not just about going out and putting up your 23, 24, 25, 6, 20, 26 points a game. So you can try to say, well, look, you know, I scored this many points. You know, it's not my fault. Never mind, you're a, what? The last time I looked, he was a negative 146. Why is this not get talked about? So, you know, I know plus minus is not the be all end all, and there can be some things that can kind of not tell the whole story. But when you watch the eye test, you know, a lot of times, and quiet as it's kept, I saw it during the Russell Westbrook years. When it was just Russ and AD out there, or just AD, just Russ, the team looked from an offensive standpoint, they looked better. The ball didn't stick. Defensively, you saw a more a more resilient effort on that side of the ball. And when LeBron comes in, it all kind of just goes down the drain. But nobody wants to talk about that. But that's just the absolute truth. So, you know, it's just amazing how they continues to come up with these excuses. So now we have to be perfect because the roster is not constructed, and well, who you're trying to point the finger at with that. But you would think, you know, if you've got super guru, uh, uh, basketball brainiac JJ Redick, he could easily figure out a way to rectify this, so the margin of error is not so razor thin, or you know, you don't have to play close to perfect basketball. You know, I would thought that he would be able to figure it out, because you know he's got the supposed to have the Midas touch when it comes to this coaching thing. So I mean, I don't understand why he hasn't figured it out, right? Because he's so great. That's what y'all have been telling us. So I mean, this shouldn't be a problem, right? Right? But hey, what do we know? You know, let it be said. You know, we haven't played the game, so obviously we don't know what we're talking about when we sit there and see what's going on directly in front of us. But what do you think about the comments in this article that they're, you know, trying to backdoor Rob Pelinka and blame him now? I guess it's his turn. But what do you think? You know, let's have a conversation about it down in the comments section. So as always, it's going to end today's video. I thank you for spending a few minutes with me. And as always, always, please tell the ones that you love them. And if you've got anybody in California, just check on them. Make sure they're all right. And to everyone out there, we're definitely thinking about you and send you much positivity and hope and everything like that. But with that being said, I'm out. Peace.